It has been 176 days since we last saw Lynn hockey, and it is so nice to finally be back on the ice. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here. I was Lynn University's PA announcer for their inaugural season back in 2017. I am now here as your play-by-play broadcaster this season. And last year, Lynn may have had a losing record, but they went to nationals for the first time in the team's history, and they picked up their first victory in nationals and the team's history against Wake Forest as well. Now with a mass conference realignment, everyone now in ACHA Division III, the sky is the limit for the Fighting Knights, and they're going to start the season off with a very tough test against Florida Tech. We appreciate every single one of you joining us live on YouTube. Let's talk goalies real quick. First of all, Tristan Falsetto for Lynn University is going to be the netminder tonight. 6'3", 185 pounds. The senior led the team in save percentage in 2024 with an .889. Previously played in the USPHL Elite for the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. He was the captain of that team. And let me tell you, hockey is in his blood. His father played junior hockey in Canada at the Division A level, and his brother played for the Junior Everblades down here as well. Now, Florida Tech is a very interesting setup because they have two goalies that they use equally, but it looks like Justin Howarder is going to be the man in the net. That's the trade-off to Keegan Groom you just saw take the net there, but that's Howarder on your screen. Had an .840 save percentage for the team in 2024, 4.4 goals allowed against. Went to St. Clair Shores Unified in Michigan, where he had an .859 save percentage. And he's one of us. He worked in radio and online media. He's a communications major, so maybe there's a little soft spot for him. But we appreciate every single one of you who's joining us live on YouTube. This game should be getting underway in just a few minutes. 2.5 on the clock. We're going to step away, and then we'll come back to bring you the starting lineups and national anthem. Do not dare go anywhere.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this.
It has been many long months, but college hockey is finally back. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Sam Gelfand here on the call on behalf of Lynn University and this otherwise student-run broadcast team. We are so excited to bring you this contest between the Lynn Fighting Knights and the visiting Florida Tech Panthers. This one should get underway any moment now. As the teams are coming onto the ice, Florida Tech already is first on. That's Justin Howard settling into the net, and here comes Lynn University. Excitement is high. It is palpable in the Palm Beach Skate Zone, which is where we are here in Lake Worth, Florida. And we are underway. Florida Tech wins the opening faceoff. That's Cohen Howarder, brother of the goalie Justin Howarder. And they're already fighting, scrapping by the boards. Florida Tech no longer in possession. Pass is interdicted by Brendan Patterson, the freshman defender. Tied up by the boards now. And that's still anyone's puck. Asaro can't quite get to it, but getting to it instead is Jack Ost. Up near the goal, tripped is Chase Stebbins, and heading into the attacking zone comes Braden Curry. A big hit onto Curry from Towns Haley, the senior. And Florida Tech is going to face some serious competition. Puck goes out of play, and there's the first save for Tristan Falsetto in the net. Action already frantic and fast-paced here in Lake Worth. But now Lynn is going to face some serious difficulty. Once again, the Panthers win the faceoff, but Lynn is able to recover. Here comes Didick. Merrill down the boards and taken away by the Panthers. It's Merrill again. Tries to find Cole Ladas, but he wasn't able to get there in time. And passing could be the name of the game for these two teams tonight. After all, it's your most basic fundamental. Good passing means, well, simply good play all around in the season. That one gets away from Poirier and results in an icing. Florida Tech bench not too happy about that. Lynn has a lot of freshman talent. It is a majority underclassmen team this year. And we're going to have a face-off now at center ice. Puck drop this time goes Lynn's way, and Falsetto takes care of it. The Panthers really crashing. Buckets away from Ladas. He recovers. Quick pass to Didick and a save! An excellent effort, too, from Howarder. Close to the net, not much time to react, but Howarder able to make it work. And now a face-off, which Lynn recovers, tries for a quick backhanded shot, does Doty. And another one is deflected by Howarder. Now it is pushed out to Cole Dixon, the freshman. And taken back away by Quinn Judge. Quick collision, and the Panthers recover. Ryan Auer comes up with it. Auer passing down the boards to Cole Dixon. Goes across the red line, and Towns Haley on defense nearly snipes the referee. Not a good idea. You always want to stay on the referee's side of things. Want to stay in their good graces. I mean, Haley is such a huge presence out there. 6'6", 220. And first on the board is the Panthers. Just like that, it's 1-0. Credit the goal to Javier Dode. We are not even 3 minutes through this contest, and Florida Tech has opened this one up. Bit of stick competition there between Nochi and Braden Curry. And the faceoff goes Lynn's way, but it is quickly taken away, backhanded by the Panthers. Curry forced into the boards, and a big hit from Patterson. Sent round near the net, Falsetto. Was he able to get it? Did that cross the line? We're not quite sure. They're going to debate it. Let's look at the replay. Florida Tech saying that may have crossed and gone into the net. It looks to us like it was a save by Falsetto. No goal. And the referee's word is final. I mean, if you're the Panthers, all you can do really is protest, as Braden currently is, but you just got to try again. And they're in favorable position to do so. The face-off on Lynn's side of the ice. And Mason Kaplan recovers the puck. Sends it down. Chasing is Marc-Andre, who can't quite get there around the back of the net. Mason Marie now competing for it, and instead it's Mason Kaplan who comes up with it. Boy, I think I know which baby name was popular around 2005 or so. Now it's Curry going down the left side of the ice, and Falsetto saves. Falsetto will have to be on point tonight if Lynn wants to stand a chance, as this is a very competent Florida Tech team. Now here's Marie. Tries getting it close, but he is hit and sent out of the way of the net. And that shot misses the mark. Chase Stebbins, the sophomore, now sends it down. Finds Patterson. And a quick shovel into the glove of Howarder by Tommy Asaro. Asaro, a sophomore, played T1 youth hockey for the Long Island Arrows and the New York Aviators. Led his high school in goals as well. Now Haley up against the boards, and a quick shot from Ian Urim. But with that position, that was more suppressive fire than anything. Haley sends it off the boards. Skipping down, Asaro from forever and a day away, saved by Howarder. And boy, Justin Howarder's getting a workout in these last couple of minutes. I mean, look, being a goalie is a workout, just in general. And you have to have the quickest reaction times in the world. It is not an easy position. Face-off goes Lynn's way. Did it, can't quite get it. Haley sniping, and that nearly shatters the glass. Down to Haley now. On Lynn's side, and Dixon gets hooked, but they don't call it. That got caught up in his stick. Diddick right next to the goal, and it just goes off the crossbar. Oh, that was exciting. And Diddick can't believe that didn't go in. I mean, that was about as close as you can possibly get. He's still upset. And I mean, who can blame him? We've got a live comment section here on YouTube, and we're taking a look at it throughout this game. And if we like what you say, we might even read it out on the air. Now it's Merrill. Sends it across, a couple of hits, and they're not getting behind the cage as Merrill tries to find Kaplan. Instead, he finds Drew Constant. Marie to the left wing. Constant. It is caught up in the defender. Falsetto lets that puck go beside him. Now here's Kaplan. Merrill trying to find Constant, trying to get something going. Constant is tripped, still trying to poke it. And Merrill can't get that off of his stick in time. Falsetto with a little assist for him. Now Marie down the lines. Oh, a big collision there, but play continues. Merrill, slap shot, too high. Forget about top shelf, he went above the entire dresser. Little hit by Alex Hansen just to remind the Fighting Knights that he's here. Passing down the boards, caught up as Constant, couldn't find the puck, so instead Patterson misses wide. Kaplan gets it out of harm's way to Doty. Doty behind the net. Tries for a one-timer. Instead, it is interdicted by David Mirzajewski. The Knights now taking a moment to breathe. It's important to have some time to recombobulate, think strategy. As Ben Merrill crosses center ice, now onto Florida Tech's side of the ball. Or the puck, you could say. And Marc-Andre, another one of those huge players for Lynn. You see him from a mile away. He's in number 35, despite being listed on the roster as number 77. He's 6'4", 205. Now here comes Ladas. Quick by the goal off the side of the net. Judge will reset, try again on the left side, trying to find the target. Ladas almost scoops it in. It goes off of Howarder, and another glove save for him. The senior's putting on a clinic. Now it's Ladas. Cannot get past the defense. Down the line, I don't think that'll count. I wouldn't call that a shot on goal, but you never know, someone might. And right now, Lynn is getting the shots on goal that they want, but they're just, frankly, struggling to actually connect with the goal itself. It's a tough scenario, not one you ever want to find yourself in, and it looks like we've got a quick referee conference. Tommy Asaro, the center, talking with them. And we're going to get another center ice face-off. It is Asaro and Seamus Buckley who wins the face-off. Never heard a more pirate name in my life than Seamus Buckley. He's from San Diego. They've got pirates there, right? If there's anywhere in America where I'd think there'd be pirates, it would be either Florida or California. Sniping is Stebbins, but it is deflected by Howarder. He had a look, a clear shot. But Howarder prevails, as the goalie often does. Taking it around is Urim, trying to find close to the net, and sent away by the Panthers. Buckley up against the boards, and an errant shot, not even near falsetto. Tries for a one-timer right in front of the goal, and Falsetto was able to save it. Now Stebbins has clear skies ahead, but it is poked away. And that'll deflate the offense. Tries to find Urim, too far away. Said that's the defender, Ryan Cormier. Tied up at the boards is Urim. Getting it away now is Stebbins. Urim tries to backhand it, poked away. Some excellent pesky defense. And a long shot does not do it either. Good attempt by Patterson. Pushing up towards the net. Dixon can't get it done. It goes off the blocker. Urim struggling. It's 2 against 1, and he's just not able to come up with that puck. I mean, the numbers were against him. Sent across the blue line. Patterson racing for it on Lynn's side, and we'll get another icing. We mentioned that there's a large freshman class for Lynn this year, and they have some really successful high school players who have joined the roster. Mason Kaplan, All-State first team in Maryland. Don McKiernan, All-State second team in Rhode Island. All-State first team in Vermont was Brendan Patterson, who we've seen today. And Cooper Sexton, All-Conference first team in Ohio. Long shot defended. Patterson nearly slipped that in, but man, Howarder just too much. And we'll get another icing. We are 9 minutes into the first period, and there's been a lot of noise made Lots of smoke, but just a little bit of fire, and that's only come from the Florida Tech side. Lynn clearly leads in shots on goal as Merrill goes wide right. And Howarder stops another attempt. I mean, this guy's on fire. That was Poirier who tried sniping. .10:49 remaining in the first period. And Marie comes up with it off the faceoff. Quick pass in, defended. And that's some pesky defense from Derek Morja, who is certainly one to keep an eye on for Florida Tech. He leads the team in pretty much every statistical category imaginable. And even ones you can't even imagine. Sent across the ice to Cohen Howarder. Howarder! Off the glove. Falsetto's got the reflexes too. He just hasn't had as many reps today. Marie sends it down. Across center ice goes Merrill. Now it's Noche. And now Andre. Looking for an option. 3-on-1. Goes for the shot, and a great stop by Howarder. He has continued. He just continues to impress. Look at that glove save. All the way over there. That is quite the distance, and Howarder's still able to track it in time. Back underway, it's Dixon. Goes around the boards. Nochi comes up with it, tries to shoot, and it's stopped by a defender. Nochi sends it back. Up in front of us, that's Rowans-Winter, whose pass is deflected, and coming up with it is Dixon. Competing at the boards, and there's another stoppage. Puck goes out of play. Another face-off. Latos comes up with it. Excuse me, Andre. Taking it down the ice is Dixon. Dixon skating fast, but it is poked away by Alex Hansen. At the net now, Javier Dode. Dixon up the middle, and Howarder just has to fall. Less than 10 minutes remaining in the first period. And Dixon had a great line of sight there, able to find a hole through 4 defenders, but just not enough power on it to blow it by Howarder. So Constant now lines up for the faceoff. Lynn wins it. Long ways away, no good. Good attempt by Poirier. The French is going to trip me up all year, I swear. On the attack, sent away. That's Morja. Yeah, they're double teaming him, and with good reason. Now it's Jackson Doty pushing up to Judge. It's just him and Howarder prevails. How did he only have an .840 save percentage last year? With play like this, I mean, this has been phenomenal. Constant once again lining up, and this time it's the Panthers who prevail. Jack Ost, and it's sent down the boards. A quick shot from Constant, and I mean, you can guess the result at this point. I hit the wrong button. I hope that our statistician can write fast, because if you're trying to keep track of how many saves Howarder's had so far tonight, you're going to have a tough time. Judge tries swiping away, but he gets over the puck. And a couple of hits from the Panthers, just too much for the Fighting Knights. Now Constant comes up with it. Taken away from behind. Judge tries to shovel it, finds some defenders. Going round the net, Judge, now back to Constant. Down the boards, finds Haley. Haley from a long ways away, saved by Howarder. Judge up close. Can they get that done? No, Jackson Doty can't either. And we've had a little scrap by the net. The name of the game has been goalie played tonight. And boy, has Howarder looked spectacular. Panthers win the face-off. It's been about evenly split on the face-off wins between these two teams as Haley sends it down to Urim. A hit to Asaro, but he powers through. Takes it away from his defender, but there's a takeaway by the Panthers. Now on the rush. Dixon going to try to get to it before Mirzajewski can. And they're fighting for it up against the boards. Right behind the crease, Asaro tries to get it out of harm's way. Pokes over to Haley. Here comes Stevens. Stevens staying on his feet, 2-on-1. Tries to get Haley, but the pass is too far forward. And the Panthers are on the breakaway. Save by Falsetto. Though a great attempt by the Panthers. Just one man in the back for Florida Tech right now, and now they're going to try to push it up. Javier Dode, this freshman standout, tries again. This time misses wide left. Dode played for the Tier 3 New Jersey Junior Titans last year. Played in 39 games, had no goals, 2 assists. He's got one tonight. And Patterson, saved by who else but Howarder. In fact, I correct myself on Dode. That was 39 games across 2 years. 2 years in Tier 3 junior hockey. He never scored a goal, and he's got a collegiate one tonight. He's got to feel good about himself. Poirier backhands it. And he finds Ladas. So new, he doesn't even have his name on his jersey yet. Poirier stopped by Hansen. He goes down to Chancio, stopped by Falsetto. Chancio down the boards. Poirier wrestling for it. Man, he is going all the way up and down the ice. Ben Merrill now. Breakaway. 2-on-1. And boy, a great chance. Nothing to show for it. I mean, at this point, what can you do? What do you have to do to get past Howarder? The Fighting Knights scratching their helmets, trying to make sense of this. Quick shot by Merrill goes off the defense. Taken down by Cohen Howarder. Fighting with Dixon. Pass goes back the Fighting Knights' way. And Ladas has an opportunity on the left side, past the referee. And the quick chip goes into the net and out of play. You know, between periods, I think I'm going to go down to our statistician, try to see if I can figure out how many shots on goal Lynn's had and how many saves Howarder has made. 5:45 left in the first period. Lynn wins the faceoff. Here's a chance, and they're just, the stick was over the puck. It was perfect. But the execution was flawed. The freshman, Curry, overwhelmed by the Fighting Knights defense. Haley sent it across the red line. Poked away by Kaplan. Kaplan round the boards, finds Andre, and the refs don't like that. Now, we have referred to Morja a few times for Florida Tech. 22 goals, 22 assists last year for Florida Tech. All Collegiate Hockey South second team, leads the Panthers in all-time goals and assists, career per game and per season. The graduate student, clearly the greatest ice hockey Panther that there's ever been. Andre tries to poke it through, took a little bit off of it, but it was stopped by Howarder. We could have a soundboard at this point. It saved me the breath. I mean, we know what's going to happen. At Constant and Dode lining up for the face-off. Constant takes it around back. Backhands it, and it gets away from Doty. And a long shot by Poirier. He thought he had a chance, but not against Howarder. Great vision by Poirier. I mean, he sees he's got a clear lane, but it's just continually too much. Heading down the near side. Rossi still finding it, struggling for it, and finally overwhelmed. A delayed penalty call, it looks like, on the Fighting Knights. And Quinn Judge is heading to the bad boy box. We're on a Panthers power play. Last year, Lynn University third in their division with an 80.4 penalty kill percentage. So this is a team that knows how to handle the power play as it skips off falsetto. Of course, last year's success doesn't necessarily translate into this year, especially considering how many freshmen are on the roster for Lynn. Another shot attempted as the Fighting Knights are trying to crowd the box. Pass looked like it went off the skate. Now here's Curry. Tries for a one-timer near the goal, but Booze is deflected by falsetto. Poirier dumps the puck. And Howarder stops it for his teammates. It is the first power play of the, not just the game, but the season. Visiting power plays brought to you by Team Coalition. That's their logo up there on the top left. Isn't it lovely? Quick backhand, trying to find falsetto, snoozing, but he's too much. And another puck dump by the Fighting Knights. Sent all the way down the ice now. Booze to no one in particular. And Haley will send that going all the way around the boards. Hey, there's a breakaway by Stebbins. Short-handed, the Knights trying to get it done. Kaplan, saved by Howarder. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that now, did you? Sent backwards to Curry. Curry fighting with Stebbins. Now it's all the way up and right behind the net. Close to the goal, shot by Rossi, saved by Howarder. And there's only 16 seconds left on this power play. Great stop by falsetto. Now we're seeing Santino Chancio lining up for the face-off, and Lynn sends it all the way back down to Howarder. 7 seconds left in the power play. And Team Coalition presents Lynn University's first successful penalty kill of the season. Haley now taking it round the boards. And that skips off the stick of Ladas. Ladas catches it, sends it down, across to Stebbins, back to Ladas, trying for it, just whizzes left of the goal. Wraparound not working either. And it looks like that's Stebbins fighting for it. right in front of our GoPro. I cannot tell you how many man-hours we, especially I, have put into getting this broadcast and all of this cool technology up and running. And we're so happy that you're here to watch it pay off. About 2 minutes left in the first period. It's been an exciting one, if a low-scoring one, at least by collegiate standards anyway. Marie comes up with it. Waiting for an opportunity behind the net, takes it himself down the near side, sent all the way across. Ladas now, trying to shake his men. Sent it down the other side, Merrill, and there's a delayed call. That one goes against the Florida Tech Panthers. And it looks like we may have our first Lynn University power play. Indeed we do. Braden Curry to the sin bin. And for the rest of this period, we'll be on a Fighting Knights power play. Now, talking it out there is George Booz and Santino Chancio. But they've got to accept that the ref's word is final. The Panthers crowding the box, Constant on the faceoff, having trouble with it, but there's the man advantage. Merrill skips high. Marie now slowing things down. He's got a minute and a half to work with. Howarder stops it. Constant sends it back to Marie, and that skips out of play. Real successful sequence there for the Fighting Knights. And right now, the Fighting Knights just have to keep asking themselves, how do we get it in the goal? As another shot is deflected. Ben Merrill can't get it done. Puck cleared. That's Kaplan on Lynn's side who grabs it. Now Mason Marie, the senior, sends it up. Dodges his man, dangling. Round the boards. Could he do it all himself? It almost looked like he wanted to. He has been so far. I mean, he had 9 goals and 20 assists last year. He probably could. Merrill! And deflected by Howarder. 40 seconds left in the first period. Merrill poked away by the defense. Just skating too close to the sun. Merrill dodges 2. Through the legs. Constant with the best chance yet, and it goes wide. One-timer doesn't work either. Patterson recovers. Patterson splits the C. But that screenshot is deflected. 10 seconds left. Merrill now. Sniping. Up at the goal! And Lynn is on the board! The Fighting Knights finally get it done! It took a whole period to take down Justin Howarder. But with 7 seconds left, the Fighting Knights get it done. One more time. The opportunity is right here. And some great heads-up play gets it done. The Knights re-energized, though this period will wind down. That power play will remain when we come back in the second, but for now, that is indeed the end of the first. Boy, the story of that period really was Justin Howarder in the goal for Florida Tech. I mean, he put up an incredible performance there. I lost track of how many shots on goals that we saw, but finally, the Knights were able to get it done. Now, will he be as dominant in the second and third periods? That's going to remain the question. And there's only one way to find out whether or not he will. And that's by sticking with us live on YouTube. We appreciate every single one of you. We will be back in about 15 minutes with the start of period number 2. Don't go anywhere.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
The second period is upon us here at the Palm Beach Skate Zone in Lake Worth, Florida. Lynn University and Florida Tech retaking the ice right now, and it is still anyone's game. I just got the stats back from our statisticians just a few seconds ago. Lynn University had 48 shots on goal in the first period. 21 of those were saves for Florida Tech's goalie, Justin Howarder. Only one went in. That's got to be a career performance by any stretch of the imagination. That's what, a .950 save percentage? I'm bad at math. Someone at home tell me. Point is, the Eagles, the Fighting Knights, finally found a way to break through, and now they are hoping to get this one going and break it open. We'll be back in just a moment. Hold on one moment. I am being summoned. Another clarification on the stats. Formal shots on goal, 23 for Lynn, 7 for Florida Tech. Now, I mean, you got to admire the efficiency. 1 out of 7's pretty good for the Panthers, but boy, the Fighting Knights had to be pesky. They had to just continually go back to the well, and finally it paid off. And that tenacity only spells good things as the season continues. Remember, this is opening night. Just the first contest of this young season. And a landmark one in many regards, as it's not just the first season or the first game of this season for both of these teams, but there's been widespread conference realignment. Last season, and for most of its existence, Lynn Hockey was in the College Hockey South Division II under AAU. Now they're under the ACHA down to D3. In fact, almost every school in Florida is in ACHA D3. There's only there's only 4 D2 teams in Florida. None of them reach Division I. Patterson, a huge hit. That'll fire him up. And perhaps there's a trip in return, but the shot goes wide from Matt Diddick. Up at the net, that pokes through. Or does it? No goal. Signals the referee. Why is that? Let's see. Was there a stoppage? I mean, it clearly slipped through, but the referees have decided that that is not a goal. I don't have an answer for you. I wish I did. Instead, we're going to have a face-off directly in front of us. Since I don't think any of our cameras can get this, we've got this camera we haven't used yet. I'm physically going to hold it. This is me with my left hand. See, we can't get that stuff that's right up in front of us. There we go. Hey, we finally found a use for this camera. We were debating, we wanted to have it by the Lynn bench, but we couldn't find a cord that stretched all the way. We were like, how are we going to end up using this? Finally, we found a solution. Doty trying to find the puck. He cannot. Instead, the Panthers breaking away. Falsetto, though, doesn't even have to make the save. It's taken away from Morja. Morja fighting at the boards. And Drew Constant sends it down to Dixon. Dixon across the way to Judge. Save! Poke and attempt by Constant, unsuccessful as well. But third time's the charm! Quinn Judge gets it done! It seems that the Fighting Knights have finally found Howarder's Achilles heel. Get close and push hard. Judge had 4 goals and 2 assists in the 2024 season. That is his first of this one. Patterson now taking it down the near boards. And Constant tries to poke it in, but it is deflected. Backhand attempt by Judge. No dice. Out now to Marie. Murray has to find some help from Judge. Now it's Doty. And a deflected shot for Drew Constant. The energy has changed in the Palm Beach skate zone. Wraparound shot attempt unsuccessful. Let's just take a look at that goal one more time. I mean, why not? It all happened right there. Just a little deflection. Now there's 17:36 in the second period. As mentioned at the top of this broadcast, this entire production is put on, with the exception of me, by Lynn University students, as there's a stop by Howarder. And I've got to give a shout out to our camera operators, Mariah Hathorne, Keren Nadler, and our producer who's switching the cameras. This is his first time ever doing it, believe it or not, Anthony DeGasperis. You know, we love bringing this to you, but it's also just as much of a thrill to be able to teach young students how to run sports broadcasts and just what a wonderful thing it is to be a part of one. Kaplan now coming down, and it's taken away by Mirzajuski. Now fighting by the boards, it's Florida Tech. Bit of a jersey tug, and a retaliatory hit. And it is poked away. That's Evan Rocha. Shot goes off of Haley. Back to the boards, a trip. And that'll get a call. Some words exchanged as well. The referee has got to get Nick Noche out of there. Tempers flare, and who can blame him? Officials still sorting everything out. Constant comes on now. But at least at this moment, Lynn looks down a man. Indeed, it's a power play. Nick Noche goes to the bad boy box. But the referee's still conferencing. They're still talking it over. Last year, Noche only had 6 penalty minutes in the entire season. It's a double power play. They've sent Mason Kaplan into the sin bin as well. And now it's 5-on-3. And this will be a tough test for the Fighting Knights, as the Panthers stand a good chance at penetrating their armor. However, they're able to get the clear there. Mirzajuski tracks it behind the net. Taking it across center ice is Chansico. There's a save by Falsetto. Close shot poked in, no. The Fighting Knights crowd the box. There's a deflection by Haley. 1:15 remaining in the power play. Longer shot, Falsetto still able to handle business. And Rocha dumps the puck. On the left side of your screen there, those are Lynn's healthy scratches. Lynn has 29 people on its roster, but you can only play 21. Have to imagine there's going to be a bit of rotation, so there's 45 seconds left in the power play as the season goes on. Now Buckley, behind to Booz, back to Buckley, and the Panthers are struggling to get anything done in the 5-on-3. Deflected shot, and Braden Curry can't do it either. Less than 30 seconds remain in the power play. Jack Ost has to send it back past center ice. Hit there from Tommy Asaro and back onto Florida Tech's side. I mean, how often have you seen a 5-on-3 power play look like this? 5 seconds left in it. Poked away from Booz, and they're back to full strength. Score is fixed now on your screen. An incredible penalty kill for the Lynn University Fighting Knights. Now Rossi through a few. Falsetto gets it out of harm's way, though there is a collision in front of the net. Trying to get around the boards, trying to clear that collision. And now we've got some big fights up at the net. A couple of players down. And Braden Curry is still down on the ice. This will likely result in another power play as Evan Rocha is sent off. As the trainer comes out, let's just take one more quick look at this. So there's our view. And the trainer is still out there. It looks like the trainer is working on Curry's shoulder. I do not want to speculate, but the Florida Tech coaching staff are out there as well. Out of respect for Curry, we're not going to show you what it looks like right now. Not until we know he's all right. Obviously, hockey, a physical game. I mean, there's no two ways around it. But you never want to see this sort of thing happen. The injury is right down here. That's as close as we're going to show you. He is being helped up. And he is being helped off the ice. A rough hit for the freshman Braden Curry, who is arguably the most promising member of this young Florida Tech team. Last year he played in the NCDC with the Casper Warbirds. 18 games, a goal, 2 assists. Also played in the USPHL Elite for the Junior Islanders and the Palm Beach Typhoon. An extremely talented player, a very young one as well. We hope he's all right. We hope he'll be back in it before you know it. In fact, Curry has actually played at a higher level, at least in junior hockey, than anyone on either side of this ice. So that's a big, big loss for the Florida Tech Panthers. Well, I haven't seen a Casper Warbirds game. I do have to give a shout out to another NCDC team, the Idaho Falls Spud Kings. Longtime viewers of mine may know, though you may not at home, that I was last a sports anchor in Idaho Falls, Idaho, and the Spud Kings are the pride of East Idaho. Last year's national champions, an incredible run they went on. and we're just sitting here waiting for play to resume. We appreciate your patience here. Once again, Sam Gelfand on the call, and the executive producer of this broadcast. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne and Keren Nadler, and director-producer Anthony DeGasperis, all working together to bring you this ACHA broadcast. There's conferences on both sides of the ice between these teams. Not quite sure what the holdup is now. Typically, you clear the injury and you get back on the ice. A 5-minute major penalty has been issued to Evan Rocha. And we'll take one more look at what caused this infraction. That scrum on the right side of your screen. A lot of contact there, and it looked like Rocha, he might have tripped him. It's a little hard to see from that angle, but there was definitely some contact in a way that there shouldn't have been. We are back underway, and this will be a very long power play for Florida Tech. Patterson clears it out of harm's way. So far, Lynn is 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. The Panthers staying behind the boards. And now moving up is Booz. Here's Morja. Finds a close call, and a stop by Falsetto. A great chance for the Panthers. As a commenter points out, yes, Marc-Andre did play Division III hockey at Anna Maria College last in 2024. So technically, he would be at the highest level of anyone on either team. But Curry has played at the highest level of junior hockey. And I did qualify it as junior hockey. Hey, I speak pretty for a living. Don't try to out-semantics me. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. A very long shot and a glove save by Falsetto, who hands it off to Patterson. Under 4 minutes left in the power play. Kaplan, all alone. It's him and Howarder, and a great stop! Using the very edge of his leg blockers. And that shot goes wide. Howard is still putting on a clinic. Now the Fighting Knights pushing up. Kaplan off the stick. Save by Howarder. And we're getting a little testy. Some fisticuffs between Stevens and a couple of Panthers. Don't let this overshadow how fantastic those couple of saves were by Justin Howarder. There's 3:25 remaining in the power play now for Florida Tech. Braden Curry being taken off the ice, escorted by his teammate Steve Rossi. And it looks like Curry may not be dressing for the rest of this one. Curry is being taken, into the locker room. And we've got dueling power plays now. Another 5-minute major, this time for Florida Tech. It's Cohen Howarder. And frankly, we don't have a graphic for dueling power plays, so I guess we just, you know what? Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision now. We're going to take this off, and then once it's back to being, it'll be a minute and a half of a Lynn power play once this expires. So in the meantime, I'll just use this nice little pen and tell you if it'll write, come on, that it is 4 on 4. Ingenuity at work, folks. Boy, this one's getting testy. It's very hard to draw a good 4 with this pen. Actually, I don't like that. Let's just take it off. You know what's happening. And we'll keep you reminded of it. But hey, 4-on-4 hockey, a good time. 12:33 left in the second period as it looks like the refs have finally gotten this whole thing sorted out. A big push, and that is cleared. Falsetto stops it. Sends it out to Dixon. Twists and turns galore in this game as Dixon takes a big hit from Morja. And Ladas is getting elbowed from behind as well by Jack Ost. Now the Panthers control. Lynn trying to make something happen. And some nice dangling there from George Booz. Shot deflected. That attempt by Santino Chancio. Marie on the fast break. Sent it out. Merrill one-timer, no, off the post. And there was a thought that might have gone out of play, but this one keeps going. Ladas, side of the net, can't find a shot. Keeps it away from his defender, Marie. Long pass through the legs of Merrill. 2 minutes remaining of 4-on-4 before it becomes a Lynn power play. Ladas fighting at the net. Out to Merrill. And another great stop by Howarder. How does he keep doing it? Great reaction time. Just able to get the glove up in time and slam it down to the ice. With enough force that you thought it might have, you'd think it might break the ice. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the 4-on-4 now. As usual, it's Dode and Constant on the faceoff. Though instead, here comes Ryan Auer, who had an assist on Florida Tech's only goal. Constant off the skate. And the Panthers take over. Poirier playing pesky defense against Mirzajewski. Getting around, though. Falsetto with a blocker save. Doty has it taken away. Dode is a real thorn in the Fighting Knights' side as we get another stoppage. Last season, the Fighting Knights had an 11-7 record. Out of 16 D3 teams in CHS, second in shorthanded goals, which could come into play very soon. 8th in goal difference, struggled on the power play, though. As they struggle again, nothing doing for Ryan Auer. Doty now with the puck for the Fighting Knights. Gets it all the way out to Haley. And Auer intercepts the pass. Poirier sends it round the boards. 1:10 remaining in the 4-on-4. Constant trying to do something with this. Breaks away. Out to Haley. Round to Poirier. backhanded pass by Doty to no one in particular. Constant wasn't in position. Doty tries to chip it in, but it goes wide of the net. Scapitulo on a small line change. Here's Judge as well for the Fighting Knights. Scapitulo, Poirier, Judge, and Haley, the current line for Lynn University. 25 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Scapitulo gets a stoppage. Now we talked about how the Panthers did. How'd the Fighting Knights do? Well, they had a 9-12-1 record, but out of the 14 teams in CHS Division II, third in power play percentage, fifth in power play goals. However, they did struggle with defense, second to last in goals allowed. And Falsetto has done a better job at shutting it down in this contest so far. Now here's Brenton Patterson skating through. He's got some speed. Wrapping around out to Dixon. Dixon to Judge, back to Dixon. Finds Patterson. Looking Ladas. Decides for a shot and off the blocker straight into the mitt. We're now into a Lynn power play for the remaining, or for 1 minute and 26 seconds. We've really got to tell the Scratches to back away. I mean, they're crowding half the camera. Hold on, I'm going to say something. I don't think that helped. Out to Dixon. Cole Dixon, the freshman defender, did a ton of research before this contest and found plenty of stuff about every player except for Dixon. He's a bit of an international man of mystery, so from here on out, everything I tell you about Dixon is completely false. Cole Dixon, actually not born. He was spawned out of sea foam, sort of like Aphrodite, the Greek goddess. Enjoys mountain climbing, recently scaled Kilimanjaro. Looking to do K2 next. Contrary to popular belief, K2 is not Kilimanjaro 2. That's on a completely different continent. Dixon hates limes, but doesn't mind lemons. Does not mind if life gives him lemons, as long as life does not give him limes. And if you know any more fun facts about Cole Dixon, please let us know in the comments. Almost off the pad. Judge had a great chance. Now Patterson. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Stopped in the glove, but a rebound back to Judge. Now Judge wrapping around. And it's taken away from Ladas. Ladas now looking for Dixon. Back to Ladas, Judge. Pace slows down just a little bit. Shot wide. And the Scratches still will not get out of the way of the camera. Dixon loses his stick. But so far, the Fighting Knights have been in control of this power play. No reason to get scared stickless. The slap shot from Dixon misses, and that goes off the pole. We get a stoppage as the power play expires, and what a chance the Fighting Knights had. Dixon couldn't. Ladas off the post, he gets tripped up, and you're not going to get many better stoppages, or many better opportunities than that as we head into the stoppage now. 7:25 remaining in the second period. And here we go. Marie cannot find Didick in front of the net, and that puck gets cleared. Lackadaisical stop by Falsetto, handing it back to Marie. Marie led the Fighting Knights in assists last year, 9 goals, 20 assists. He is third all-time in points, assists, and penalty minutes for Lynn University. Stebbins chips it in. And the Fighting Knights break it open. The deadlock is no more. Stebbins on the wraparound pass. What a beauty. You got to give a lot of credit to Mason Marie there on the assist. Watch him coming around. Feeds him perfectly. A nice little screen as well from Matt Diddick. That is Chase Stebbins' first collegiate goal. And he's a sophomore. He's been waiting for that, Gino, for quite some time now, as Marie has it taken away. Poirier misses Stebbins, finds Asaro. And Asaro takes quite the hit. I just want to watch that one more time. It was such a thing of beauty. Picture perfect. Couldn't paint a better goal. Judge tries to win the faceoff, but there's some contest near the boards. Off the stick of Chancio. Now it's Morja. Sniping save by Falsetto. And poked away by Haley before he has another chance. Now the Panthers got to reset. Morja takes it off the boards. Constant with a little hit. And Falsetto behind the cage. Will slow things down, give the Fighting Knights a chance. You know, it's unusual. The Fighting Knights wear gray at home. Usually gray's more of a visitor's color. Doty dangling. Gets it to Constant, and it's deflected. One more look at that stop from Falsetto a little bit earlier. Great attempt from Morja, gets it through the stick, but Falsetto able to get there in time. The Fighting Knights still lead in shots on goal, likely by quite a good deal. I'll have to ask our statisticians in between periods. Sent out now to Chancio. Down the boards. Content with Rocha. And a stop by Falsetto. Latos now takes it round. Finds Scapatulo. Across to Rocha. Little kick. Scapatulo, Rocha. Trying to poke it out. He can't. Gets a little more physical. And it at least creates an opportunity for the Fighting Knights. Or over to Booz. Some more physical defense from Rocha. And it skips into the net. Not quite a one-timer, but it counts. A one-timer with delay, and it is 3-2. Watch the feed again. He takes his time. It skips in through Falsetto's legs. A beautiful attempt. And we are back underway. Wasn't able to see a jersey number for who scored that. Going to get that to you as soon as we possibly can. Kaplan with a takeaway. Shot just misses. High and outside. Another attempt by Kaplan. And a stop by Howarder. Another look at that goal. Watch the feed. There's some delay over here. They're expecting a power play. They're expecting a one-timer. They don't get it, and that is what made that goal go into the net. Patterson to Kaplan. Long shot and deflected by Howarder. A little closer this time. Another deflection. Dixon. Man of mystery over to Patterson. Dixon, and the deflection turns into a turnover. Pushing up and stopped is Booz. Noche contends. Shot stopped by Howarder. Kaplan had another great opportunity. Tying up near the boards now. And the Panthers able to clear it. If you're a Florida Tech fan watching this game, feel free to jump into our comment section. We don't judge. We just want both teams to have fun. Booz poked away by Dixon. And sent down. Breakaway now for Chase Stebbins. Can he do it again? Deflected by Howarder. It's hard for Lightning to strike twice. And more great presence of mind from the senior goalie. Last season, he allowed 4.5 goals per game. He has allowed 3 so far. Had a 5-2 record with the Panthers last season. Now it's Stebbins trying to find someone in front of Howarder, and that doesn't go through. Refs rush over as things are getting testy, and it looks like the goal might have got knocked out of position. Just heard someone on the Panthers bench say, "Come on, it's just one goal." And it's true, this is not a deficit insurmountable for Florida Tech. But the Fighting Knight attack has just been pressed over and over again. Now it's Marie. Got 2 skaters on his left. Goes back to Didick, and it is deflected. Nice play design. Execution wasn't there. Marie has a lane. Stop! And the putback doesn't work either. This netminder ever watchful. Tangled up in the net. Panthers want a hold call. And now we're going to get the referees to come in there and just try to clear things out. Nice little sportsmanship there from Stebbins. Love to see it. 2:50 left in the second period. Referee says that looks like Stebbins might have gotten a hold of the arm. So we've got another power play. Two minutes for holding the arm. Stebbins to the penalty box. And Lynn hoping for another penalty kill. Quick stop by Falsetto. That's about the quickest penalty kill you can possibly hope for. Only 3 seconds elapsed. Ost now sends it over back to Ost. Little hold on the jersey from Noche. Hey, it's legal. And a breakaway for Scapitullo. But it is poked out by George Booz. That's to Rossi. Scapitullo still being a nuisance. Screenshot wide left. And Morja can't poke it in. That is a long flying puck clear. Bit of a flying saucer there. Just over 2 minutes left in the second period and 1:15 remaining on the power play. Backhanded pass sent back. But no room to make a play. off the skate. Some luck for Noche. Pushing up his booze. Scrambling by the goal, poked away. Morja couldn't get it done. A lost stick now. Closer, slap shot deflected, popped into the air. Falsetto doesn't have eyes in the back of his head, but he does have defenders for that. And they do nothing but benefit. There's a stoppage. 30 seconds left on the power play, and this penalty kill, at least this penalty kill attempt, is still trending in the right direction for the Fighting Knights. Cole Dixon comes on in favor of Rocha. That shot from the GoPro really gives you a perspective of how close the faceoff actually is to the goal. You don't really think about that. Back round the boards, Kaplan intercepts. Taladas skips high. And Kaplan's tripped, but gets no call. That's Dode. And now sent over to Chancio. Chancio pushing down. Little tap of the stick, and no one's there. Merrill has an opportunity. He's all alone. Another stop by Howarder. Even on the breakaway, they're struggling to get it done, and the power play's over. It's not like the Fighting Knights aren't shooting well. As Coladas goes for the face-off. Oh, a little bit of a tie-up, Scapatulo. And we've got ourselves a fight. Some ground and pound offense from Scapatulo. The helmets come off. They got tripped up, and Scapatulo decides to take it to the ground. Gets in the front mount. I mean, look, if hockey doesn't pan out for him, he's got some potential for UFC at the very least. Some good jiu-jitsu there. But that is quickly broken up by the officials. And it looks like they're talking over minor or major. So we could be looking at yet another power play. I feel like there's been more times in this game that we've had a power play than we haven't. I have seen cleaner hockey. In fact, in terms of hockey cleanliness, this is somewhere around 1920s coal miner. You're not washing that off anytime soon. I mean, it's spirited. Tensions are high in this contest. And you can't blame them for it. One more look at what has caused this stoppage. Scapatulo gets tripped up and instead of letting it go, decides to go to the ground and fight it out. That's a major penalty on Scapatulo. 5 minutes for him. This may not shock you, but last year Scapatulo led Lynn University in penalty minutes. He had 38 on the season and 17 goals played, and now he has 5 in 2025. However, it's a double power play once again, a minor and a major, as Mark Ravenswinter, who is underneath in that scuffle, goes to the bad boy box as well. The second 4-on-4 of this contest. You do not see that very often. I'm going to have to make a new graphic. I mean, I admit, I was looking before the season started, and I was thinking, 4-on-4, 5-on-3. I mean, what are the chances? We can let it go, and then we've seen it both tonight. We hope that you're enjoying this broadcast of ACHA D3 hockey. It's certainly been an interesting one. And we're going to have to redo that face-off. Lados wins it. Lados now wrapping around. 30 seconds left in the period. These power plays will continue when we come back for the third. Put up in the net, taken away by Morja. Booz pushing down. A big hit! Cole Dixon asserts his presence. Shot by Morja, save by Falsetto. Forget the save, I want to see that hit again. Oh, the freshman muscled his way in. But what would you expect from a mountain climber? Once again, this is all entirely false. I have no actual information on Cole Dixon. 3 seconds left. Tries to poke it in, and it gets through! Florida Tech evens it up with 0.1 seconds on the clock. A quick goal coming off the face-off as well. Miscommunication quickly taken away. And George Booz gets it done. He was one of the leaders for Florida Tech last season. 12 goals, 16 assists. Previously played for the USPHL Premier Chicago Cougars. Panther, Cougar, doesn't matter. Booz gets it done. They're not booing, they're saying booze. And that'll end the second period. Boy! I mean, what can you say about this contest so far? What have you seen, or what haven't you seen, really, is the question at the end of it. We've seen 4-on-4s, we've seen 5-on-3s, we've seen incredible goalie play, we've seen fights, we've seen goals. I mean, this one has it all, and we're only 2/3 of the way through it. That is, of course, unless we head to overtime, because right now it is tied 3-3. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. They haven't put the exact time up on the scoreboard yet, but in about 15 minutes, we should be back with the third and potentially final period. What a contest this has been on opening night. We hope that we will see you back here very soon.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. Formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this Boca Raton-based broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director and producer Benjamin Funes. Camera operator Keren Nadler. And other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
It's been quite the matchup here at the Palm Beach Skate Zone in Lake Worth, Florida. Lynn University Fighting Knights and the Florida Tech Panthers tied up at 3 goals apiece. And it almost wasn't tied up, actually. It was just at literally with 0.1 seconds on the clock that the Panthers managed to put one more in. Last year, the Panthers had a unique dual goalie configuration. They both started about the same amount of games. Keegan Groom and Justin Howarder, but it looks like they're sticking with Howarder, and why not with the way that he's been playing tonight? He's put on an incredible performance. And as we resume period number 3, do not forget we have a dual power play going on. A minute and a half left for Florida Tech. And then there will be, once that expires, 3 minutes remaining for the Lynn University penalty kill. Got a wink from one of the referees. I don't know, it's pretty loud in here. I didn't think he'd be able to hear us. We respect the refs up here. I mean, it's a real hard job, don't get me wrong. It's easy to scream at them when you're watching on the broadcast, but man, you try to get in their shoes, you try to make the right calls, that is tough. I've got an excuse. I wear glasses. We're waiting for Lynn to come back, and there they are. I'm going to take my handheld camera again. You can see Lynn coming back out. This is not easy, just so you at home know. Oh, good, we can switch. That last-minute goal for Florida Tech, scored by George Booz. Admittedly, wasn't able to find our statisticians to see if he had an assist or get an update on those shot on goal numbers, but you know they are astronomical. Falsetto heading back to the net for Lynn University, and we are just about ready to get back underway. Thank you so very much for joining us here live exclusively on YouTube. Sam Gelfand on the call and the executive producer of this broadcast, joined by camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Keren Nadler, and director-producer Anthony DeGasperis. The Scratches have returned in the booth, and no one still has told them to move out of the way when the camera's in their direction. The third period of this contest brought to you by Howie's Hockey Tape. As usual, it is Constant and Dode ready for the face-off. No height and weight listed for Dode, but he's got to be at least 6'4" out there. Dode not only played with the New Jersey Junior Titans for 2 years, he also played Double-A junior hockey for the Palm Beach Breakers. And we have seen a lot of Constant tonight as we are back underway, and it's Florida Tech who wins the first face-off. A minute remaining in the 4-on-4. It's Dode taking it down the ice. Beats his man, but does not beat Falsetto. Deflects off of him. And now Haley trying to figure out what to do. Back to Haley now. Gave it to Patterson temporarily. Just a quick loan. And Constant now rushing down the ice. Long shot, glove save by Howarder. The guy's good. And he's one of us. He could write an article about this game for the Players Tribune. We got to get him up in the booth for one of these. Too bad this is Florida Tech's first, last, and only game against Lynn this season. There's a chance they could face each other in tournament play, but at least in the currently announced regular season, this is their only meeting that we will see this year. Morja now comes up with the puck. 30 seconds left as Merrill's shot goes wide left. 30 seconds left in the Florida Tech power play. That's now down to 15 seconds. And now here's Mason Marie. He has an assist already in this one. Slings it and deflected by Howarder. It's a familiar refrain. Taken across the ice, and the ref's not a fan of that line change, it looks like. Now we are firmly into Panthers power play territory. The Fighting Knights still very successful tonight on the penalty kill. We do apologize for the jump harness that's in the way of the Lynn goal. We wish there was something we could do about it. If it was up to me, I'd cut it down. We're in dual power plays again. It's another 4-on-4. Ian Taylor goes to the sin bin for 2 minutes. Quick shovel off, deflected by Howarder. Yes, yet another 4-on-4. What is that, 3 times this game? My producer Anthony is nodding. It's 3 4-on-4s in this contest. You're lucky usually if you even see one. And when it expires, it will still be a minute-long power play for the Panthers. Contested near the net. Here's Lottis dangling and finds the back of the net. Cole Lottis with his first collegiate goal. And it's 4-3. The freshman from Southborough, Massachusetts, with some excellent puck handling. It's almost hard to see in this angle, but he is weaving left and right, keeping it away from his men, and just able to quickly shovel it off. Lottis played for Cushing Academy in Massachusetts. Played in Youth AAA for the Central Massachusetts Penguins. 25 games with them, 3 goals, 1 assist, and now 1 goal at the college level. There's that jump harness. We apologize for that. Give it long enough in this season, I'll take some scissors to it. The power plays, the 4-on-4s, of course, still in effect for another 50 seconds before it becomes a Panthers power play once again. Now, these penalty minutes, these are things that both teams are going to have to cut down on as this season continues. Kaplan stopped by Howarder in the glove. I mean, what was that song? Anyway, they're going to have to really clamp down on this because this is not sustainable for the rest of the year. I've lost count of how many penalty minutes both of these teams have so far. Lottis back to Patterson. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Lottis tries to find Merrill, and that goes wide right. Patterson, though, gets it back, playing pinball, and the Panthers take it back, but Patterson has other ideas. Stick taken away. A couple of sticks taken away. And Hansen sent it back down the ice to the alternate captain, Mason Marie. Ben Merrill now. 3-on-1. Stopped. The rebound. Wide, high, and left. Oh, what a chance. Howarder took a real deep breath there. He thought that was disaster as well. We're now 40 seconds into the Panthers power play. Some defense by Patterson. Stopped by Lottis. Hit at the boards. Morta trying to find it, but it looks like the Fighting Knights able to get a stick on it. Merrill carries it out of harm's way. Shot deflected. And Rossi will have to try again. Patterson scoops it out. And stickless, well, there's not much that Rossi can do with it. Very easy stop for Falsetto there. Power play is over. Trying to listen for the announcement, not quite sure what they said, but here comes Ian Urim and Matt Diddick onto the ice for the Fighting Knights, relieving Marc-Andre and Nick Noche. Competition near the boards now. And that is taken away. Chancio with a shot deflected by Falsetto. And the whistle blows as Urim is getting rolling. We've got a player down on the ice in the corner, and he does not look well. It's another Florida Tech Panther. And I don't know what happened there, I'll be honest. I think we just lost the GoPro behind the net. Apologies for the on-air tech support. Yep, we're going to be without that camera. What about the... that one's still going strong, though. Battery packs may have died out. It's been a long game. The trainer is out once again. Cannot see who that is for Florida Tech, but they are struggling to get up. They're still not up. He's been flipped onto his back now. Once again, we're not going to get too close. We don't want to show anyone suffering on the broadcast, but this is the second major injury for Florida Tech in this contest, and it's very unfortunate. And in apathetic sense, you worry about the repercussions for the season, but empathetic, you've got two young collegiate athletes who have taken some pretty hard hits in this one. One of the Panthers' captains, who is kneeling beside this injured player, who we cannot tell who it is, has just taken his gloves off. And this one is looking ugly. The injured Florida Tech Panther still is not up. He's still on his back. The trainer is attending to him. His arm has, well, the left sleeve of his jersey has been rolled up. Don't know if that means that could be an injury to that area. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to speculate. And that player, one of the alternate captains, it looks like, is up. Looks like it was his left hand. Being helped off by one of his teammates. Looks like that's David Mirzajewski helping him. Still can't see the number on that player. But we're glad that he's up, and we're glad that he's okay. That's the most important thing of all. That is Santino Chancio, the injured player. And some Panthers trying to fire each other up uttered some words that I cannot possibly repeat back on this broadcast. Look, it's YouTube. Technically, we're not obligated to follow FCC regulations when it comes to these things, but for the sake of being demure, we're going to keep things clean. Most important thing, though, Chancio okay. But that's Braden Curry and Santino Chancio who are now in the locker room and out of this contest. Chancio, a big producer as well for Florida Tech. 10 goals, 10 assists last year. Came out of Notre Dame High School in Connecticut. This is his third year with Florida Tech. And every year he's been with the Panthers, he's had 10 goals and 10 assists. I mean, the good news is once they got him off the ground, you could see the arm. It didn't look mangled. Didn't look like anything was horrifically broken. Though, of course, some breaks can go undetected. Some sprains feel like breaks. It's likely going to take a doctor's visit to sort out exactly what happened. But the most important thing is that he is okay. "15 minutes left in this contest, provided that it is not tied up again. We are back underway. We thank you for sticking with us through another big delay and a big hit there to Ian Urim. You got to imagine that they want some revenge as there's a trip by Poirier. And Poirier heads to the penalty box for a trip. Pretty blatant one. Poirier, the freshman out of Lavaltrie, Quebec, played for the Junior A Joliet Predators, not Predators, Predators. Also played for the Junior B Joliet Cyclones. And that's about all I know. Everything else I could find on him was in French. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, it's another power play. And in this regard, I mean, Lynn's been on the back foot the entire contest. A ridiculous amount of penalty minutes incurred by the Fighting Knights in this one. As Nochi is able to poke it out, but it's 3-on-1. That's not happening. Stebbins tries to get it. Trapped by Howarder. Some decent tenacity displayed by the Fighting Knights. It was a struggle to get anything going with shorthandedness like that. 1:21 remaining in the power play for Florida Tech. Patterson quickly whips it around. Kaplan can't get to it. And it is interdicted by Mirzajuski. Now it's Rossi down the near side. Quick shot by Mirzajuski is stopped by Falsetto. And obviously we've talked a lot about Justin Howarder in this broadcast, but Tristan Falsetto quietly putting together a very impressive game of his own. Not as many shots on goals, but he's made some real nice saves out there. You know, I was wondering why Javier Dode for Florida Tech still has a red helmet when everyone else has a black helmet. Still on the side it says NJT, New Jersey Titans, his former team. Falsetto with 2 quick stops in a row. And the defense is able to clear the puck. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Howarder signals to go near side. They go far. Kaplan trying to keep up. Judge as well, able to poke it out. Now Judge is going to have to hurry if he wants to take something, but the referee gets in his way. 30 seconds left. Kaplan, quick shot, saved by Howarder. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. All right. Great shot, better save. 24 seconds remaining in the power play. .12 left in this contest. Pass off the skate. Gooden's being trebled and Falsetto able to stop it. A long shot, great glove save. 15 seconds remain in the power play. That nearly took my head off. Howarder waits on it. Gets it out of the way of Asaro. And Noche can't get to it before Jack Ost does. Another stoppage. You know, the Fighting Knights have to be one of the teams, if not the most geographically diverse team in this conference. The average player, 1,324 miles away from their hometown. If you were to take every player's hometown and find the geographic center of it all, it's Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Most of these players coming from the north. New York, New Jersey, New England, as Howder gets that out of the way. A few from Canada as well. Perhaps the farthest traveling is Drew Constant coming from Lethbridge, Alberta, which is north of Montana. And another tie-up in the side of the boards, blocked by the Scratches. The Fighting Knights might be taking on the Panthers, but here in the broadcast booth, really, we're facing off against the Scratches, I think, at this point. Power play is gone. Dixon now. Tries to scoop it to Poirier on the other side, but the Panthers just too fast. Quick turnaround. Dixon still trying to wrangle that puck. Hits into the board. And he's hooking around his neck. That could cause some physicality. A glove drops. And Poirier will go right back into the penalty box. That is his second in a row. The power play gone for all of a minute. And Poirier right back. It's like he's got a timeshare or something. Did he forget to finish his drink? At this point, Poirier might as well get comfortable in the penalty box. Get comfortable in the penalty box. Get some throw pillows. Liven it up a little bit. Maybe hang some lights from the rafters, as college students often do. Now Asaro pushing back, shorthanded. Nochi, stop by Howarder. Great breakaway, shorthanded. Howarder still too much for the Fighting Knights, and I mean, if you've watched any of this game, it's understandable. Morja, competing blocks from behind off the post. Wrap around to Dode. Dode through traffic, deflected out of play by Falsetto. I swear I'm going to institute a no-scratch policy up here. There's more scratches in an auto body shop up here. Sent out of harm's way, flying right to the back of the net. Now that's how you dump a puck. 1:20 remaining in the power play. Fight a nickel. Another clear. That one does not go out of play, though. And Howarder metaphorically hands it off to Jack Ost. Ost played in the USPHL Elite for the New Jersey Rockets. He's from White House Station, New Jersey. Lots of high-level junior hockey experience on both sides of this ice tonight. 45 seconds remain in the power play this time around. Florida Tech even-handed. Morja off the stick of Rocha. The deflection wide right. And Falsetto got lucky there. Down the near side. Rocha poked away by Mirzajewski. And Doe trying to get to it first. They collide, falling on top of each other. 10 seconds left in the power play. And the pass attempted to booze off the mark. That's icing. Towns Haley's got a glove off. It feels fitting that the player named Towns Haley would be from Nashville. This seems like a very Tennessee sort of name. I've never been to Tennessee, but I would imagine. He went to the University School of Nashville in high school. He was an alternate captain last year for the team. We are back underway. The power play expires. And we're back to even strength. Poked away by the Fighting Knights. Judge coming in right away. Constant trying to play keep away. He can't. However, it is poked out and out of play by Marie. Under 10 minutes to go in this contest, provided the Panthers don't tie it up again. It's been a real leapfrog game. Marie takes the face-off. Heads back, backhands it to Haley. And now Marie, he's in real trouble. Ryan Auer trying to get there in time. Haley can't get away with it. Hansen deflects it. And now Judge coming down the ice. Kaplan almost provides a pick. Judge, backhanded. Oh, that could have been pretty, and we got another fight. Turns out Friday night's all right for fighting in Lake Worth. Some rough contact on the side of your screen right there. And they exchange pleasantries. So yeah, refs talking it over. We're going to get more power plays, more penalties. If you added up all these penalty minutes, it'd be power play o'clock. And this time, it's the Panthers who head off the ice. .22 it says, but there is no 22 on their roster. .22 and 16. Okay, so that's Ravenswinter, Mark Ravenswinter for Florida Tech, and it's likely Ben Merrill. No, but Merrill's on the ice. Then who's 22? Beats me. Either way, this Lynn University power play is brought to you by Goldie's Gang. It is now a 5-on-3. Marie shoots and deflected. Sent back. Howarder can't get it poked out. And we've got more physicality up by the net. It's getting real testy. Look, Florida Tech's got 2 players who are injured. There's been fights and penalties all night, and things are coming to a head. But as a defender, you gotta do some fighting there for your goalie. You gotta tell the opponent to back off. One-timer, save, and poked out, cleared all the way to falsetto. A great save by Howarder. How many times have we heard that tonight? Constant now. Minute 30 remaining in the power play. Out to Merrill. Across the way. Marie to Merrill. Howarder there in time. Doughty, screen pass deflected. Screen shot deflected, I should say. Merrill now. Can't find an open shot. Marie off a skate. Sent back down by a defender. And Marie can't get to it in time, so Doughty will have to reset. 1 minute remaining in the power play. Merrill now to Doughty. Across the way, one-timer. doesn't get enough power on it, does Constant. He gets tripped up a little bit. Some more fighting in the corner. Oh, we're out of that GoPro too. All right. Note to self, play shorter games. Merrill to Dowdy now. And that's a full-on clear. 15 seconds left in the power play. Merrill looking for an option. Judge, wide right. Power play expires. Poked away, back to full strength. And Ladas sends it to Judge. Gets around his man. Can't get through the second. Sent away by Hansen. Now Patterson to the corner. Dixon trying to do something with it. To Ladas. Patterson. Just deflected off the stick by Howarder. Under 7 minutes remain. Hansen competing with Andre. And this one goes back to the corner. The Knights, the Fighting Knights, would love nothing more than an insurance goal here. It's Andre, bad pass, deflected by Falsetto. That was pure luck. Just over 6 minutes left. The Fighting Knights defense does not want to collapse here as it's taken away from Dixon and returned to him by Judge. Judge off the screen, swatted out of the way by Howarder. I don't know if we caught the end of that save. Look at that, great deflection. You know, if Fighting Knights sounds like a mouthful to you, you're not alone. There are 158 teams in Division III. The Fighting Knights are tied for the longest name in Division III with the University of Oakland Golden Grizzlies. But you know what? The Fighting Knights faithful, they love the name. They stick with it. The length has not bothered them at all. They've embraced the nickname. In fact, I think they should probably make shirts that say MILF, Man, I Love Fighting Knights. Quick chip right into Howarder's hands. My producer's looking at me. Does that stand for something else? No, he says. All right. .5:20 left. Marc-Andre wins the faceoff. Kaplan gets it out of harm's way. Andre off the inside of the post. On replay review, that might count, but it didn't stay in. Marja knocked out. The deflection is wide right. Big hit against Booz now. Tied up behind the net. And that stick gets fully broken. Man, they're playing hard. A takedown right in front of us. That stick is still in play, that broken stick. Someone's got to clear that thing. Hit from behind. And the Panthers eventually regain control. It's Booz sending it down across the boards. Falsetto tracks it down and... that could have been dangerous. He was out of position. Andre across the center line. Merrill taken away. Rossi on the break. Pass unsuccessful. Couldn't get it to Booz. Andre gets it around. Haley. One-on-one. Shot goes off the defender. 4 minutes left. Another tie-up in those boards. Yep, that GoPro's toast. Hopefully we'll find a solution for you by the time the next game, which, of course, we hope you'll join us for our next broadcast. That is next Saturday against the University of Miami, September 20th. We'll be here. We hope you will be as well. The Fighting Knights play a game against Miami the night before, but that is in Miami. By the rules of the conference, the home team provides the broadcast. We cannot be an away broadcast crew. Another quick look at that shot. And that's about as close can get. Andre, a heartbreaker. Still 4-3, 3.5 minutes remain. Lynn could play keep away, or they could try to add on. They try to add on. Merrill's shot, stopped by Howarder. And I mean, it's a one-goal game. You kind of have to keep pushing it at this point. If you're up by 2, you play keep away. If you're up by 1, you try to make it a 2-point game. Competition with Merrill. Ryan Auer now. Right there, poked away. And around Dode. Some fancy puck handling from Auer. Practically deked him out of his skates. Ost now playing back. The Panthers don't have time to wait around. 2:45 remain. Down to Merrill. He finds Stebbins. Waits on it. Chips it right near the goal. A little patience. Koladas gets it in. And it's a 2-point game with 2.5 minutes remaining. The second goal of the night for Koladas. And an excellent assist. The second of the night for Ben Merrill. Merrill led the Fighting Knights in goals last year. Now he's leading the team in assists. Judge comes down with it. And now Florida Tech's really on the back foot. You got to wonder if they'd think about pulling the goalie. Constant. Howarder proves why they shouldn't pull the goalie. Doughty now. The Fighting Knights playing with some real urgency. Judge in the corner. Gives it to Constant. Nice little diplomatic handoff back to Judge. They're playing a bit of keep away. They can afford to. Marie now. Backhanded pass. Back to Constant. They're just staying near the boards. Deflected up into the air. Marie comes down with it. Tries to swipe it towards the net. It goes off a skate. Morja. Deflected by Falsetto. Judge hits in the boards. And that's a Fighting Knights puck. 1:25 remaining. Dode couldn't quite get to it. And they take it away once again. Booze can't do it. It is crunch time for the Panthers. And the Fighting Knights cannot sit back and watch. Hansen with the stop there. Judge can't get to it. Dode taken away from him. Pass to no one in particular. Kaplan comes up with it. Under a minute left to play. Kaplan tries to do something with it, but he gets a whistle instead. You know, it's always a good day to have a lobster roll from the formerly Mystic Lobster Roll of Boca Raton. But today's also National Video Game Day. I was certainly celebrating earlier. I don't know about everyone else. National Chocolate Milkshake Day as well, and it's It's the birthday of two musical luminaries who are often spoken of in the same sentence, Hans Zimmer and 2 Chainz. Neither team black and yellow in this one, but both of them black and blue after this incredibly physical contest. And by the way, guess what? It's another power play. Mason Kaplan heads to the bad boy box for the second time tonight. The freshman was All-Maryland first-team selection, played for Tier 1 Youth Team Maryland, had 12 goals and 14 assists for them. And while he may not have scored tonight, he has been a force on the ice so far. 45 seconds remain in this contest, and we appreciate all of you who have stuck through it this entire time. One more time, Sam Gelfand on the call and the executive producer for this broadcast. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne and Keren Nadler, and director-producer Anthony DeGasperis. For everyone in this booth, except for myself, this is their first time doing a hockey game. They have experience with a little bit of football, and DeGasperis has never even touched broadcast equipment until an hour before this game. And he has stepped up in a real big way, as the Fighting Knights have stepped up and made this a 2-goal game. And an immediate clear by the Fighting Knights. It's going to stay a power play until this game ends. How fitting. What's old is new again. Haley gets it out of harm's way, but it's not done yet. Tied up near the boards. Shoveled off by Morja. Ryan Auer now. Far side, wrapping around. Can't find a shot, can't find Dode. Another clear, empty net, so close! 10 seconds left. And the whistle blows with 3.8 seconds remaining on the clock. A third insurance goal wasn't necessary, but it would have been nice. Inches away. Incredibly close. And Florida Tech's captain still talking to the referees, that being Steve Rossi. 3.8 seconds, not much you can do with it. This one's just about in the books. That is all she wrote. The Lynn University Fighting Knights take their first game of the season. 5-3. And the Fighting Knights went on a big game hunt tonight, took down the Panthers. They've got a trophy for their wall. Hugs all around, all well-deserved. There's no two ways around it. It was a very long game of hockey tonight, but it had pretty much everything. We had goals, we had great saves, we had fights, and more power plays than you could shake a stick at. I don't have enough fingers on my hands to count the number of power plays we had. But all over, all you can say is that Lynn University proved to be the more effective team on the power play and when shorthanded as well, and that really is what separated them and brought them to victory. It took them a whole period to figure out Justin Howard, or the Florida Tech goalie, and once they did, it was off to the races. A great game by Tristan Falsetto in the net for Lynn as well, and, well, you've seen the results. 5-3. Do not forget to join us next Saturday, September 20th, in the afternoon, as the Lynn Fighting Knights take on the University of Miami Hurricanes. Going to be a real exciting one, and we hope that you'll be here for it, because we certainly will. My name is Sam Gelfand, and on behalf of everyone here at Lynn University and the ACHA, have a very good night wherever you may be.